Do you have and use your own smartphone? These days, many people have their own smartphone. Actually, 94% of the young have their own smartphone. Then when we use phone, we use smartphone to communicate with others, to use SNS, to listen to music, to calculate, to research for something, and to use camera. However, don't you reach over to touch your smartphone when you feel you have free time. First, we will define the word free time as a time when you feel we have nothing to do. Please look at this graph. This is a reality whose title is Where People Put Their Smartphone. According to this graph, 81% of the people put their smartphone that comes into one's reach. 1 out of the 5 of the people, of the young, check their smartphone every 5 minutes. Many people use their smartphone, and the average is for 3 hours. Like these, we always carry our smartphone at home, at school, wherever we are. When we feel we have nothing to do, we use smartphone. For example, when we get on a train or bus to go to school or work, and also when we are waiting for our friends or between classes.
Especially, we use our smartphone at night and at home. 73.3% of people use a smartphone when they feel free or having nothing to do or they are relaxed. What is the purpose of use our smartphones? According to people at the age of 50 to 69 years old, 18.5% of people use their smartphone because it is the best way to pass the time. Also, 14.5% of people use a smartphone to communicate with others by using SNS. What do we use in our smartphones? The most popular thing is SNS. 10 to 20 young people use SNS in a smartphone more than 65 minutes a day. The second popular thing is watching videos. Young people watch videos on websites or podcasts more than 40 minutes a day. Why we use our smartphone? We usually use magazines, TV, video games, comics to pass the free time. However, we can use all of these things only in one smartphone. They're very useful. Also, there are many social media that we can do anytime, anywhere, quickly. Smartphone is very useful, so it is difficult to us to live without a smartphone. However, why don't try to use them less and do other things when we have free time?
So what do you think smartphone is good or bad? We can do anything with smartphone. For example, taking a picture, communication with many people, finding a way, and so on. In addition, according to the research by researcher of California University, we can have calm feeling when we have smartphone because smartphone stop us from feeling isolated. However, while using smartphone, our brain is not working. So what is happening to our brain while using the smartphone? Ryuta Kawashima conducted an experiment about the condition of our brain. He researched the brain used for looking up the Japanese word by paper dictionary or smartphone. Firstly, Team A looked up the meaning of sontak by paper dictionary, and Team B looked it up by smartphone. He also investigated the blood flow of the prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex is located at very front of the brain, and if the brain works well, it will improve the blood flow.
As a result, Group A, in other words, when the subject looked up the word by paper dictionary, the blood flow of the prefrontal cortex was higher than when they looked up the word by smartphone. In short, when they looked up the word by smartphone, the prefrontal cortex did not work well. In addition, he measured the prefrontal cortex just before the experiment begins. In other words, when we space out. Then he found that the blood flow of the prefrontal cortex when they space out was higher than when they looked up the word by smartphone. In conclusion, when we use smartphone, our prefrontal cortex does not work the most. Then, what will happen if our prefrontal cortex continue not to work? Actually, prefrontal cortex manages memories and creativity and thinking skill, and increase your motivation and control your feelings and actions. So, if your prefrontal cortex come not to work, you can't control your feelings, and you may quarrel with your friends, or you can't increase your motivation to study, and you may fall a class. And a lot of researchers say that in the worst case, the weakening of prefrontal cortex leads to depression.
Can you live without your smartphone? I think the answer that everyone must say is no. We cannot live without our smartphones. You should activate your brain, at least in free time. In free time, let's play drawing song. Do you know drawing song? Drawing song is while listening to music or singing a cappella, draw a picture like a child. Drawing song has two effects. First, singing effect. Prefrontal cortex is trainable by singing. However, if you sing with accompaniment or sing with someone, your brain does not work well. Singing a cappella can train prefrontal cortex. Next, the drawing effect.
There are two types of effect of drawing. The first effect is improving memory. This is an experiment from the Crowley Journal Experiment Frequency. The participants of this experiment divide into two groups. The group A is drawn words, and the group B is written words. They are given some words, not sentence, each word is just simple, and they have to memorize as many words as possible by using the way of each group. For example, they are given 6 words: bird, apple, book, balloon, eggplant, and baseball. And the members of Group A memorize by drawing, like this. And the members of Group B memorize by writing, like this. So, which group can memorize more words than the other group? It is drawn words, Group A. Group A memorized by drawing, so drawn words recall better than written words. From this study, they proved that the high probability of memorizing easily is drawing, so we can find that drawing improves memory. The second effect is improving creativity. When we draw something, we use the right brain. By drawing, the right brain works actively and then improves creativity. The left brain always works actively because this brain is stimulated by talking, making a calculation, and uses the right hand. The right brain is visual and processes information in intuitive way. So for the right brain, painting and drawing would be a healthy way of enhancing the creative skills.
And also, right brain will activate by drawing and singing. In a process to play like drawing a song, we look at pictures, listen to your own voice, draw pictures, and remember the piece. This process stimulates your brain. And touch, sight, taste, hearing, smell. Right brain uses these 5 senses. Therefore, if you play like right brain, your ideas become easy to be given and concentration power can be trained. So additional effect is stress relief. We draw something with many color pens or crayons or paint, and by drawing something and seeing many colors, we have a peaceful mind and relax. It is stress-free. So, what is color effect? For example, blue. Blue helps your mind calm. Green helps staying calm and refresh. And pink promotes the balance of your energy.
So, if you have a stress, I recommend you drawing and seeing the color. You are able to relieve from your stress by releasing this in the form of color and drawing.
We finished our class. I'm tired. Yes, I'm free now.
Yeah. Let's play drawing song together.
Yes.
So, please draw and at our material. And firstly, let's try drawing song is only sound. Music, start. Can you draw it? Okay. Okay. Let's check the answer together. So next is we will show is picture and sound. Music. Sound. The answer is Mario. Everyone can draw it.
Why don't we achieve our brain by drawing plain drawing pictures? Thank you for listening.